Hello everyone, this is the video from RED Group of Schools for class 7th, subject Science. Chapter number 1, Nutrition in Plant. And in this video we are going to discuss about the photosynthesis, then synthesis of plant food other than carbohydrate. So before starting our today's topic, let us recapitulate the previous topics that we have discussed in the previous video. In the previous video, we have discussed about the nutrition. What is nutrition? The process of taking food for doing various life processes is known as nutrition. After that, we have discussed about the autotrophic nutrition. Autotrophic nutrition is which nutrition in which organisms synthesize or make their own food with the help of simple inorganic substances by their own. After that, heterotrophic nutrition we have discussed, in which organisms obtain their food from the plant or other animals. It means they are dependent on the other organisms. So it is all about the previous topic we have discussed. Today we are going to discuss about the photosynthesis, then the chemical reaction involved in the photosynthesis. After that, the significance of photosynthesis, then factors affecting photosynthesis. After that, synthesis of nutrients other than carbohydrate. So these are the objectives of today. So let us start with the topic photosynthesis. So again we are going to divide this word photosynthesis into two words, and it is consist of one word is photo and the second word is synthesis. Photo means light and synthesis means to combine. Clear? So in this process, green plants prepare their food by combining what? Carbon dioxide and water, and releases carbohydrates and oxygen in the presence of what? Sunlight and chlorophyll. So in this whole process, the solar energy, the energy we will get from sun, is converted into the chemical energy of food. Clear? So what is photosynthesis? The synthesis of complex organic substances from simple inorganic raw materials with the help of chlorophyll in the presence of sunlight or sun energy. Clear? In the previous slide you have seen that carbon dioxide plus water, these are the simple inorganic raw materials, and after that they are converted into the carbohydrates, which is a complex organic substance. So it is the process through which plants prepare their food, and they are converting sunlight into chemical energy. Look at this picture. Sunlight is falling on the leaves, and then carbon dioxide and water from the roots and the land, and then releasing carbohydrates and oxygen. Now the question arises, why it is falling only on the leaves? Because leaves have a chlorophyll pigment which helps in the process of photosynthesis. Clear? And after that this oxygen is released in the air, then carbohydrates converted into the starch, and whole process is happening in the leaves or the part of the plant which is leaf. So it means leaves are considered as the food factories or kitchen of the plants, because they are helping in the preparation of the food. Clear? Why leaves are preparing food? Because they have the chlorophyll pigment, clear, which is helping in the process of photosynthesis. Now, what is chlorophyll exactly? Chlorophyll is the pigment, as I told you, which gives color to the leaves. Which color? Green color. And where this chlorophyll is present? It is present in the chloroplast. Now what is chloroplast? Chloroplast are the cells which are present on the leaves, and these are green in color due to the presence of chlorophyll. Clear? And they are trapping the sunlight and synthesize the food from carbon dioxide and water. So it is all about your chlorophyll. After that, carbon dioxide. Carbon dioxide, what is carbon dioxide? As we all know, it is a kind of gas and which is present in air, and the amount of carbon dioxide present in air is 0.03%. Now how it is helping? Leaves take CO2 from the air, then the tiny pores called stomata. Now what is stomata? These are the cells which are present on the surface of leaf, which helps in the process of photosynthesis and also the respiration, as you will study in the next coming chapters. Stomata is surrounded by two guard cells. Now what are guard cells? As you know, guard, who is guard? Which is protecting, the guard is the person who is protecting the things. Like if I am protecting myself, I am the guard of myself, as watchman is present near your building. So what they are doing? They are guarding, they are protecting. So guard cells are also, you can say, protecting or the controlling. What kind of control? Opening and closing of the stomata. Clear? See the picture. Here, what is this? Stomata. Clear? And stomata, then what? They are opening and closing for the process of photosynthesis. They are taking in the carbon dioxide or releasing oxygen. So they are helping in the process of photosynthesis. Next, water and minerals. Plant also need to grow. Plant also respire. Plant also do different processes for the survival, because it is also a living organism like us. So plant also need water and minerals. So plants have a special kind of structures like xylem and phloem, which help in the transportation of water and minerals. And as we know, water is also the essential part which is required for the process of photosynthesis. Clear? So the water is transported with the help of xylem vessels. How? Because these are the pipe-like structures present in the plant which helps in the transporting of water from roots to the different parts of the plant, as it will enter to the leaves and there CO2 plus H2O get reacted with the help of sunlight and in the presence of chlorophyll, then it converted into the carbohydrates. After that, the food synthesized by the green leaves. We are discussing this only, that how plants are preparing food. After that, it should be transported to all the parts. As we are taking food with the help of our mouth, and it is going to different body parts, the same with the plants also. So it is transported to the different parts of the plants with the help of phloem. Clear? With the help of phloem. So two things are present in the plant, xylem and phloem. Xylem help in the transport of water to the different parts of the plant. Then food is transported with the help of phloem. Clear? Now the thing comes, significance of photosynthesis. What is the need of photosynthesis? The survival of almost all living organisms directly or indirectly depends upon the food made by the plants. Like we are dependent on the plants for our vegetables, for our fruits, for our grains. So photosynthesis is important. Then photosynthesis absorbs CO2 and releases O2. O2 means oxygen. We are taking in oxygen, so plants are helping us in breathing or the doing for the process of respiration. Then oxygen released during the process of photosynthesis is used by animals for respiration. Clear? As I told you, coal, petroleum and natural gas are fossil fuels in the deeper layer of the earth. There also they need what? This process, and at that thing the substances present in the deeper layer of the earth, they also need to be converted into the fossil fuels, and there they need heat and compression on the plants and animals formed by the photosynthesis. Clear? Clear? Fossil fuels are formed by the, you can say, application of heat and compression on the plants and animals, which are formed by the process of photosynthesis. So photosynthesis is also significant there for the formation of fossil fuels. The next thing is factors affecting photosynthesis. That if all these factors are not present properly, then what will happen to the process of photosynthesis? If we can say that the rate of photosynthesis process is dependent on the light, temperature, carbon dioxide and water. As we all know, the ultimate source of energy or ultimate source of light is sun, and sun is helping in the process of photosynthesis. Clear? If plants do not get the proper sunlight, it will not do the process of photosynthesis. So as the light is proper, as the sunlight is proper, they will do the photosynthesis process properly. And if it is not present properly, then they will not prepare their food. They are not able to prepare their food. So total solar energy reaching the earth, only a very small portion is required, and it should be proper. Clear? As the light increases, you can say the light intensity increases, the rate of photosynthesis also increases, and as the light intensity get low, the process of photosynthesis also get low. Clear? So this is the first factor which is important for the process of photosynthesis. Clear? Next is temperature. Now, as the temperature increases, the photosynthesis process also increases. Clear? After that, carbon dioxide. There should be a sufficient amount of carbon dioxide present in the surroundings so that the plants are able to prepare their food. So the rate of photosynthesis generally increases if the concentration of CO2 in the atmosphere increases. But somehow this carbon dioxide increase is very toxic for us. If it will, you can say the amount of CO2 get more in the air, we will start suffocating. Clear? So the adequate amount of CO2 should be present. Next is water. Water is essential raw material in photosynthesis. As we all know, a very small portion of water is fresh water on the earth, but still plants need water for the process of photosynthesis. So it means the plant should be applied with the adequate amount of water so that they can prepare their food easily. So all these are the factors which depend on which photosynthesis process depends. Next thing, this is only what? The process of making the food. Now Plant also need nutrients. One nutrient, carbohydrates, they are getting by the process of photosynthesis, but still they need synthesis of nutrients. So plants synthesize carbohydrates through the process of photosynthesis, but still some nutrients they also require, like nitrogen, all synthesis of proteins. So all these things are also synthesized by the plant. Now how they synthesize these nutrients? For their proper growth and development, plants require various other nutrients such as proteins and fats, as I told you. Carbohydrates that plants synthesize during photosynthesis are made up of carbon, hydrogen and oxygen. So this amount, you can say, these things are fulfilled by the only carbohydrates. Next, synthesis of proteins also require nitrogen. Now how plants take nitrogen? So plants fix the nitrogen with the help of one kind of bacteria which is known as rhizobium bacteria, and it is present in soil, which converts the atmospheric nitrogen into the water soluble nitrogen. How? Bacteria act on the environmental nitrogen which is present surrounding the plant and convert into the water soluble compounds like ammonia and release them into the soil. So these soluble forms are absorbed by the plant along with water. See in the picture, these are the rhizobium bacteria, and as I told you, the nitrogen gas which is present in its surrounding, it is converted into the ammonia and then utilized, or you can say absorbed, along with water present in the roots. Clear? So how this plant synthesize their food? So let us summarize today's topic. What we have discussed about the photosynthesis process of food making. Then we get to know that the solar energy of the sun is converted into the chemical energy of the food. Then we have discussed about the factors affecting the process of photosynthesis. Next we have discussed about the rhizobium bacteria which help in the process of nitrogen fixation, which helps in the synthesis of other nutrients like proteins. So students, thank you for watching this video.